What's up, peeps? This is how I focus. This is my hand approximately position. Okay, so this right here is called I'm too lazy to go get my tripod and reset it up because I was gonna do a vlog and then I got uninspired and then I got re-inspired. And so I decided to use a countertop as my tripod and to sit in the lovely chair in my kitchen and talk to you guys about something that I feel like I can offer a legitimate opinion on. I've noticed on YouTube a lot of discussion and pleas for hope in terms of long distance relationships, and I myself have only ever dated people long distance. I have never dated anyone within the closest person that I've ever dated, and is the person I am currently dating, is 3.5 to 4 hours away from me. I see some crazy stories on YouTube of love from like New Zealand to mid-US or Sweden or something, and so I understand that my mere 3.5 to 4 hours that I'm doing currently seems like easy peasy lemon squeezy, but it's long distance like anything else, and I've dated people much farther away. And anyways, I think I have some hope for you guys, and I have some ideas on how to make things work. And so my 3 little tidbits for today that I'm gonna leave you with are as follows. Number 1 would be, don't let the fact that your loved one is not near you stop you from truly living where you are right now. Still having fun with your friends, your family, whoever is surrounding you, or focusing on your schoolwork, sports, whatever it is. If your relationship goes amazingly, maybe you'll end up marrying this person and living with them, and then you'll miss the times that you had when you could just focus on your female friendships and your family and all those different things. Or even if it doesn't end up with you marrying them and things end or something, I think you'll probably regret the bridges you burned by only yearning for someone who's not there, and letting this yearning kind of defeat the fun in the present. Because I can find that, oh, if only this person were here, then this would be so much more fun, and then I find myself moping and not enjoying things for what they are, and that's not healthy, and that's obviously not enjoyable. And you know, living in the now and the here and the present is really important, and I think it'll enhance the person that you are, and I think it'll make your relationship that much more healthy, because you can live independent of this person because you are an individual human being. I know identities often get wrapped up in each other when you're really close and you're really longing for someone and you really love them, but you still are your own person, and you should live like that when you can't be with them. And obviously it is totally okay to miss them and to let them know and to have down days, but don't let it ruin everything that you're doing. Because I heard this, or I read this quote, let not your longing slay your appetite of living. And I think it's really important to remember. My second piece of advice is very important. It has to do with the cell phone. I have an iPhone now. Don't rely on texting as your main form of communication in a long distance relationship, or in any relationship, I'd say. But when you want to talk about important things, about really getting to know you, things that are close to your heart, don't text it, don't Facebook message it. I would encourage not to write it at all. I would say either if you can talk to them face to face about it, like wait till then, do that, or Skype them, because that's as close as face to face as you can get if they're really, really far away and you don't think you're going to see them anytime soon. Or call them, because you can only form like an authentic relationship if you know how to talk to the person face to face. I used to have a lot of anxiety related to these long distance relationships because I get so used to texting all the time that I wondered if I even knew how to speak to them face to face, how to be honest, because it's a lot easier to be honest when you're writing something and you don't see the immediate repercussions. You don't know how to read their body language, their facial expressions, any of those things, and it's a lot easier to speak your mind, and you get used to a level of honesty that might not reflect what you actually have in person, a level of intimacy that again might not be reflected when you're in person. It is great, the kind of technology that we have these days for communicating with people, that we would have had, like, basically we would have had to like marry them on the spot and move with them in order to, if we really wanted to be with them, but now we can be with people from anywhere, any time zone, and it's great, but don't abuse that privilege. Get to know the real person, their unique nuances, yeah, that will not be correctly communicated over text. And texts and emails, they leave so much room for misinterpretation. So much can happen, and arguing over text is just dumb. And so I'd really encourage to avoid this being a main form of deep conversation. Like for basic, like, how's your day going, how's work, whatever. This is obviously a great tool, but don't use it for the really important things. I'd advise. Finally, my third piece of advice, I really like to do numbery things, I realize in my videos. Anyways, when they're about to leave, that horrible day, that horrible moment when you realize you don't know when you're going to see them again, could be a week, 2 weeks, month, 6 months, a year. I don't know what level of frequency of visits each of you guys have, but I know with my first long distance relationship that I had, the day that he would leave, I would wake up that day, and he might not be leaving till like the evening, but I would wake up miserable with like a cloud hanging over my head and almost like a little bit like numb to everything around me because I was so sad that he was going to be leaving and that I didn't know when I was going to see him again. And I would let that ruin the time I spent with him. Like, we spent a lot of time just being like, sad, I'm gonna miss you, those kind of things, instead of enjoying each other and doing things. Again, I stress there is nothing wrong with being sad, but don't let it completely ruin the times you spend with them. The times you spend with them should be joyful. And when they leave, like, pull out the chocolate and watch the sappy chick flick and cry for an evening, and then get back into the swing of things, because you have to keep living. That's the whole point of things, because that will make you so much more healthy. I know I've been using that a lot, but it really will. And I realize it's a terrible day. It sucks, but it'll be better in the long run if you enjoy every moment to when it's done, and then, like I said, get that junk food and be sad and tell them you miss them, because I don't think anybody really is sad to hear that they're missed. So yeah, those are my 3 quick, actually lies, those weren't very quick, I was like preaching it. Let me know in the comments below, or whatever method that you choose to communicate with me, or if you choose to communicate at all, what you think of these things, and if implementing them helps you, or if you'd like to hear more. Or I am full of stories and information, and like I said, I'm still learning too. I'm in the midst of a long distance relationship because that's what I do. There is hope. They can work, and even if they don't work, they just teach you something, right? And yeah, so until next time that I vlog, see ya!